Hello students, I'm Dr. Manish Rathi, Assistant Professor, Department of Eafm, Maheshwari Girls PG College, one of the most renowned girls college in Jaipur. Friends, in the last class we have discussed about the standard costing, and in that we have discussed about the material variances, how to calculate the material variances without using the direct formulas. Means we have used the indirect method of calculating the material variances. In our series of online classes, today we are going to discuss about the labor variance, how to calculate the labor variance in the most easiest manner, right? In labor variance, what we are going to do is that in question they are going to give you standard mix and the actual mix. Means standard gang would be given in the question and actual gang would be given in the question. The information which would be given in the question would be, say in this particular question they have given you grade, then they have given you number of workers, standard rate per hour and total standard cost per hour. In grade they have given you two types of workers, type A and type B, and the number of workers which are basically working are 90 and 60. The standard rate per hour for grade A worker is rupees 2 per hour, and for grade B worker it's rupees 3 per hour. If we are going to multiply the number of workers with the standard rate per hour, we are going to get the total standard cost per hour. That is 90 multiplied by 2 is 180, and then 60 multiplied by 3 is again going to be 180, and then we are going to add them up. 180 plus 180 is 360. So 360 is the total standard cost per hour of 150 workers which are there in the standard gang. The further information which is given in the question is budgeted hours, that is 1000 hours are given. Standard production is given 5000 units, in which standard loss is given 10%. 5000 and 20% is given the standard loss. So from the 5000 we are going to deduct 20%, that is 5000 ka 20% there, it would be 1000. So net standard production is 4000 units. This is the information which is given in the question about the standard gang. Now the information given with about the actual gang is, again two types of workers are given, grade A and grade B. Number of workers given in the actual is 80 and 70, and then the actual rate per hour is given 2.50 for grade A worker and rupees 2 per hour for grade B worker. Same process, the process which we have used in the standard, that we are going to multiply the number of workers with the actual rate per hour. So 80 multiplied by 2.50 is going to give you total actual cost per hour, that is 200 rupees, and 70 multiplied by 2, that is 140 rupees. So 200 plus 140 is going to give you 340. 340 is the total actual cost per hour. Now the total number of workers in the actual is 150. The further information which is given in the question is actual hours worked is 900 as compared to the budgeted hours which were 1000. Actual production is 5000 units, but then from that they have deducted the actual loss, that is 900 units. So net actual production is 4100 units. Now this is the question which we have to solve, and we have to calculate the labor variances. Standard information is given and actual gang information is given, and now we are going to calculate the labor variances. Same as what we have used the methodology in the material variance in the last class, same methodology we are going to use to calculate the labor variance. Means we are going to calculate first the four things, that is part A we are going to calculate actual hours into actual rate. Actual hours into actual rate basically means that number of workers in actual is, grade A is 80 and grade B is 70. So actual hours, actual number of workers is 80 and 70, and actual hours worked by each worker is 900. So 80 into 900 is going to give you actual hours worked of grade A, and 70 into 900 is going to give you for grade B. Then actual rate per hour. Actual rate per hour is given 2.50 for grade A and 2 rupees for grade B. So we are going to multiply this actual hours with the actual rate per hour. That is, for grade A, it is 80 into 900 going to give you the actual hours and multiplied by the actual rate per hour, which is going to give you 1,80,000. 70 into 900, 63,000 multiplied by the actual rate per hour of grade B worker, that is rupees 2. It's going to give you 1,26,000. And then if we are going to add them up, it's going to give you 3,06,000. On B, we are going to calculate actual hours paid into standard rate per hour. Actual hours paid basically means the payment which is made to the labor for the actual hours worked. That is, if we are talking about the grade A worker, then actual hours is 80 into 900, same as A, and for grade B worker 70 into 900, same as A. We have calculated this actual hours on part A also, multiplied by standard rate per hour. So for grade A worker, the standard rate per hour is 2 rupees, and for grade B it is 3 rupees. So if we are going to solve them up, for grade A it is 1,44,000, grade B 70 into 900 multiplied by 3 is 1,89,000, and if we are going to add, it's going to give you 3,33,000. Then the part C, which is total actual hours multiplied by total standard cost upon total standard hours. Total actual hours basically means that total number of workers working in the organization is 150, and each worker is working for 900 hours. So this is 150 into 900 hours is going to give you total actual hours multiplied by total standard cost. See, total standard cost per hour is 360 rupees, so we can take it as 360, and divided by total standard hours. Total standard hours is basically 150. It can be solved in two ways. We can calculate 150 into 900 into 360 divided by 150, or we can use at 360 rupees is the per hour rate, so we can multiply it with 1000, and then 150 are the number of workers each working for 1000 hours, so it can also be multiplied by 1000, right? This is going to give you 3,24,000 rupees. And the last thing which we have to calculate is the part G, which is actual output into total standard cost upon total standard output, which is actual output we have calculated here. It is 4,100 units. Total standard cost per hour cost is 360 rupees, and number of hours in the standard is 1000. 360 rupees per hour, and number of hours worked is 1000. So 360 into 1000 divided by standard output. Standard output is 4,000 units, so this divided by 4,000. This is going to give you 3,69,000. Right? So in order to calculate the labor variances, we have used the same methodology which we have used in the material variances. Right? The difference is that instead of hours we were using quantity. Right? So everywhere we are going to use in material variance we were using the quantity, but then we are calculating the labor variance, so we are going to use the hours instead of quantity. Otherwise the methodology is same. So once you have calculated all these four parts, that is A, B, C and D, then we are going to calculate the 5 variances, right? And in order to remember those, I have made the shortcut, that is R, M, Y, E, C. R basically means rate, M basically means mix, Y basically means yield, E means efficiency, and C means cost. So this is labor rate variance, labor mix variance, labor yield variance, labor efficiency variance, and labor cost variance, right? And same as material variance, this labor rate variance is going to be A minus B, this is going to be B minus C, labor yield would be C minus D, labor efficiency would be B minus D, and labor cost variance would be A minus D. So if we are calculating labor rate variance, which is A minus B, it means 3,06,000 minus 3,33,000, which is going to give you 27,000 negative minus, right? And minus here basically means favorable, so variance is favorable. Then 3,33,000 minus 3,24,000. So this is 9,000 positive. Positive means adverse. This is labor yield variance C minus D. On C we have calculated 3,24,000 minus 3,69,000, which is going to give you 45,000. 45,000 negative. 45,000 negative basically means 45,000 favorable. And labor efficiency variance B minus D, 3,33,000. 3,33,000 minus D, that is 3,69,000. So this is going to be 36,000. 36,000 negative. 36,000 negative means 36,000 favorable. And a labor cost variance A minus D. On A we have calculated 3,06,000 and on D we have calculated 3,24,000. So this is 18,000. 3 lakh, not, it is not 3,24,000. It is labor cost variance would be A minus D, 3,06,000 minus 3,69,000. So this is going to be 3,69,000 and the answer would be 63,000 negative. 63,000 negative means 63,000 favorable, right? And for verification we can use the same methodology, that is 1 plus 4 should be equal to 5. It means labor rate variance and labor efficiency variance should be equal to labor cost variance. So 27,000 favorable plus 36,000 favorable is going to give you 63,000 favorable. Same way the second verification is 2 plus 3 should be equal to 4. It means labor mix variance and labor yield variance should be equal to labor efficiency variance. Labor mix variance is 9,000 adverse and labor yield variance is 45,000 favorable. If we are going to add them both, it's going to give you 36,000 favorable. It means verification is correct. And this way you can solve the labor variance without using any of the direct formula. In direct formula, what you have to do is that you have to convert the actual as per the standard or standard as per the actual. But in our methodology we take the figures as it is what is given in the question, right? So this is the methodology we are going to use for solving the labor variances.